Hello, viewers. Welcome to my second podcast. And today we have two wonderful women with us. And these two women are from different fraternity of armed forces. One is from Air Force, and another one is from Army. Let's welcome both of you. So let me introduce you to these wonderful women. First is Wing Commander Amandeep, and another one is Lieutenant Colonel Shruti Srivastava. Welcome to my podcast, girls.
Thank you, Rashmi.
Hi,
Thank
hi, Rashmi.
Great. So I would request you, both of you, to introduce yourself. Okay, little bit a brief introduction about you guys, so that our viewers will get to know about little more about your background and overall experience in military. So I can will start with Amandeep first.
Hi, everybody. I'm Wing Commander Amandeep. I'm second generation officer. I did 14 years of service in Indian Air Force after 1 year of rigorous training at Air Force Academy, Hyderabad. My commissioning was as an administrative officer and air traffic controller. So my career spans in five different places. Positions, I have handled air operations, project manager, operations manager, and a risk operational officer. So yes, diverse experience in both peacetime as well as wartime, and I am very proud to say that I have been part of the Balakot operations, where I was actively taking part in the air operations.
Wow, great to hear that. So we'll start with Shruti now.
Hello, viewers. I'm Lieutenant Colonel Shruti, a proud mother of two girls. My husband is in police, and I have served into the Defense Forces, Indian Army particularly, for last 14 years, excluding 1 year training at Officers Training Academy, Chennai. I got commissioned into the Corps of Signals, and I'm basically a telecom engineer I look after the telecom and networking part of the armed forces, which also entails cybersecurity, project management, people management. So yes, that is my background.
Oh, great, great to know you girls. So, let me ask you one question. Coming from a diverse experience, like you guys are married to, somebody who are from the forces. So, how difficult or easy to manage, home and office and kids?
So no sugarcoating. It is difficult to when your husband is also in service and you have kids and then a 24 cross 7 job. It is definitely difficult, but yes, with the support of family and all, it is possible.
Great. What about you, Amandeep?
Same here. My husband is in Indian Oil Corporation as a senior officer. So we have been together and we have been separate. So living with a toddler, so it was a challenging thing, especially when I was in flying operations, where flying happens 24 by 7, irrespective of Saturday, Sunday, and holiday. But with the support of family, my in-laws, I was able to tackle it. And now moving forward, also, my family is pushing me and supporting me for the next journey.
Oh, great, great. It's been great, when you have a supporting family and supporting husband. So
Yeah.
let me ask
True.
you first question that, what motivates you girls to, take this transition from military to corporate? Like, there are other fields also like business, own anything you can start. But why you choose corporate?
I've been in a field where I have reached the epitome of the air traffic controlling. I did all my courses where what you can do as a air traffic controller, ground controlling as well as the radar controller. So now there was nothing ahead of this to learn, and I always love challenges. So the next challenges I threw on myself was learning what corporate world is into it, and to strike a balance between work life. I chose this path where I can. Learn also, I can seek into the new world as well as look after my family.
Same
And Shruti.
for me, Rashmi. Work-life balance was the most important thing, which I think in armed forces it was little difficult, being both of us being in active service. So I thought of transitioning into the corporate, having a such diverse profile.
Okay. So my next question is like, you both are coming with, different experience of military and corporate world is way different. I mean, trust me, it's way different. So, what do you expect, from corporate? Like, anything in work-life balance. There are many other topics, which is diverse from the military. And what do you think that what you can contribute to a corporate world? So, Amandeep, if you want to answer first.
Yeah, actually, I'm looking forward to corporate world to accept us the way we are, the way we look forward. I think there is a notion in the corporate world, being after seeing the movies, that we are very rigid, dai chal, bai chal, but that's not the fact. We are the most adaptable person on the earth because we have been shifting from one location to another, in one scenario to different scenario. So we can change as per the environment. So yes, I'm looking that corporate world will hold their previous whatever notions they have, and I'll break those notions and be a great part of the team, and will definitely look forward to learn and try to imbibe whatever I have learned in Indian Air Force as part of my corporate journey as well.
Me, I would like to add on. I don't know how much correct I am. You can only tell. People in corporate, what I believe is, are they generally stay in one stream? If they are in HR, they are continuing in HR, or if they are in technical domain, then they continue in that technical domain. But in armed forces, it is not like that. So I would want the corporate world to see, to open their eyes and accept that people can exist with a
Diverse.
diverse profile also, and they can contribute in both the domains. Yeah, we may require certain learnings, that I do agree, and we are open, very much open to it, which of course I'm sure that corporate world has a different kind of requirement, and then armed forces had different kind of requirement. So all those learnings are entirely okay, but that acceptance and that rigidity of somebody of proceeding into just one domain, I would want that to change.
Yes, Shruti, I agree with you. And corporate, corporate would welcome, these diversity with open arm. Okay. And in this world, nothing is impossible, right? Everything is possible if you have that, jazba of to learn new
Yeah.
thing, that adaptability nature in you. So yeah, obviously anything can be done. And it's not, necessary that if you're from the HR field, so you can't go into the other field. So you have that
Very
open,
true.
corporate is very open. Okay, if you want to
Okay, very
learn
true.
the certification and get into that, if you have that, capability of doing that thing, nobody will stop you in corporate. And corporate is
Mhm.
very much, adapting and helping. You will get good mentors, good boss who will help you to, achieve your career or the targets in corporate. Next question is like, why do you think that whatever field you have chosen in corporate, for example, a project management or an HR or a cyber security or a physical security officer in corporate, so why do you think that is a perfect, position for you in corporate?
As according to me, I have been dealing with these things under very, very stressful conditions from last 14 to 15 years. I'm sure in corporate world, this much of stress and this much of time foundation and that inflexibility, I'll say, to complete the task within that time domain is not there as much as it is in armed forces. We are very rigid when it is about the delivery of any kind of product or services, I'll say. That thing is still, I would say that corporate world doesn't match to armed forces. So we have been doing that. So I feel that this is the best I can contribute to.
Great, great.
Hi, Rashmi. I have actually led two major projects at two different bases, which were costing around 250 crores plus. It was a runway resurfacing project. And I happened to
Okay.
get the commendation from the top boss of Indian Air Force for the same. So I think that expertise in this infrastructure project manager will help me in the corporate world as well. And the second option, I'm keeping it open, is with the risk operational officer in IT or non-IT sector both. Since being air traffic controller, strategic thinking, critical point of view, then proactive approach, risk assessment, risk mitigation, all these things were as part of my life for 14 years. So I think these two domains help me shine better in the corporate.
Next question is, how are you feeling, leaving military? What is that feeling of retirement, or, coming to altogether a different world? So how will, like, you have spent more than 10, 14 years, like Shruti, you have spent 14 years, even similar to you, Amandeep. So
Yeah.
what is the feeling is all about? Because I know leaving school was very hard. Like, it's like, like after leaving school, it was very hard for me to, oh shit, yeah, school choot gaya.
Correct.
So how is your feeling?
Since I'm the second generation officer in my family from the Air Force, so I
Okay.
think my blood is not red, it's blue. So that will never ever go from my life. And so, yeah, definitely the last day when I wore my uniform, that was the most emotional day of my life, besides giving birth to my son. But that's part of life. That's how life moves on. So yes, I am open to this new challenge, new sector, and new world, and excited a lot to see what it unfolds in the days to come.
Just add on to that, it's a very, very, I am yet to hang my uniform, and whenever I think about the final day when I am actually going to hang my uniform, I still have very mixed emotions. Uh, it is more than I'm sure what you said, that how you felt after leaving the school. I am sure it is going to be more than that.
Exactly.
Because we have lived in army, we have slept in army, we have ate in army. It was like throughout all days and nights were army, army, and army. Yeah, we dreamt about, even in our dreams we used to think about all those things only. So yes, it is going to be very, very nostalgic and very difficult to move on. But then that is life.
So, what are your opinion about, like, corporate, about salary expectations? Like, for example, if you guys placed in some organization and you are into a last round of an HR, so what do you think about, like, how to, what is the salary expectation and how will you put up?
See, Rashmi, what I believe is there's something called industry standard in corporate.
Yes, I will explain you that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, as per our experience and the quality of work and uh, the profile which we get into, whatever is the industry standard, I feel that is perfectly fine, because all of us are also going to start in a way to the corporate, and also we have a work and have a very diverse background, so a balance has to be met between both. So
Yeah.
whatever the industry standard is, I believe that is perfectly fine and well thought of.
Okay.
Whatever the standards given and the references are available on the Glassdoor or the Ambition box. So we respect that, and I hope the corporate world will respect our experience. So it's both
Yeah.
ways. So we are open to the discussions and mutual understandings at both the sides.
You know what? Normally, corporate have a specific budgeting for the DI special hiring. So you guys come under DI special hiring, in which, we hire, we make a special projects like veteran hiring, specially disabled, then women's diversity hiring in corporate. For especially for women's, we consider as a diversity hiring. Then we have a women returnship program, in which, ladies or women who are on a break or a maternity break, who wants to come back to corporate, or want to start their career. So that's called a special program called returnship program. So many of the company does that. So for this, we have a special budget for this. Okay. For you guys, obviously, I would suggest you to be on the negotiable part. Okay, on the salary. Okay, obviously you guys gonna choose a good MNC only, because they can afford you. Okay, mid-sized company, it will be very little bit difficult for them to, take you on board, because the leverage experience you're coming with, the certification and everything, so that would be very difficult. But yes, if any good company offers you, so there's no harm to take that offer and be on the negotiable part. One more thing I would like to be on the part, like, just check with how much is fixed in the CTC, how much is the variable, gratuity, and everything. So just take the bifurcation on this variable part, fixed part, then gratuity if it is included or not, and other benefits.
Thank
So
you.
these are the things you can keep in mind while negotiating with the company.
Yeah, definitely we'll keep it in mind.
So my last question is like, what are the strength and challenges you're facing till now? The day when you thought ki I'll go in corporate world and start my new career, and doing certification, talking to people who are in corporate, all the things which is mandatory to get into a corporate. So what are the challenges you're facing, and what are the strength you're building for yourself?
As of now, I have not faced any challenge. I have just started after taking a break of 1 year post my
Yeah,
retirement. So presently, I'm undergoing business management course at Indian Institute of Bangalore. Nothing beats
great.
that. So I think I am Bangalore will take care of the challenges, and yes, for the certifications to change from the defense lingo to the corporate lingo. I have already done my PMP bootcamp and will be appearing for the exam shortly so that I can hone my skills for the corporate terminology as well. So that is, I think, one of the biggest challenges, and for which I'm already working on, because the like we call it SOP, there is our policies. So the words are different for the same thing. So that's what I'm moving forward and tackling those things.
Exactly same, Rashmi, that the translation of the work that we have already done. We have done our work,
Yeah,
and corporate also has a similar kind of functionalities when we look into it. But to translate what we have done into the corporate realm, that is the challenge, which I also believe that there is. And since we are very new to, we are just transitioning, we are learning onto all those things. I am Bangalore is helping us to do the same, but we'll catch up very fast.
I'm sure
And
about
we are, of course, yeah, we are already on the learning trajectory. All of us, the cohort of almost 78 to 79 officers, all of us, we have different area of interest, and everybody is working towards their aim, goal, learning very fast, trying to catch up the speed with the corporate so that the transition is smooth and fast.
Thank you so much for being my guest. Thank you, viewers, for listening. And if you have any questions regarding this podcast, please DM or please comment below. Thank you so much.